I heard my spirit say, your entire life is a reflection of your thoughts. Hi, my divine darlings. It's me, the biblical mystic, and I'm here to empower, inspire, and help you reclaim your divine power. So let's dive into today's message. What if everything you are experiencing right now is a direct result of your thoughts? Both the ones you acknowledge and the ones you've ignored. But because you are not aware of what you're thinking, these thoughts are ruling your life. The lack of self-awareness is one of the greatest hindrances to reaching your fullest potential. While it is rarely discussed in these spiritual circles, here's the truth. Self-awareness is the foundation for walking with God. And it doesn't matter how you choose to explore your relationship with the divine. Through organized religion or spirituality, or you just out here figuring it out on your own, whatever the cause. You're missing, without self-awareness, you're missing a key element on your journey. Self-awareness means understanding yourself, your personality, your strengths, your weaknesses, how you show up in this world. And without it, you're navigating life without fully grasping your truth. And your truth is your shield. But how can you use your shield if you don't even realize you have one? Let me let you in on my journey. My journey into self-awareness began with that same phrase. Your entire life is a reflection of your thoughts. At that moment, my life was in shambles. I was stuck in a relationship that was draining the life out of me. I couldn't seem to free myself from it. I was mentally and emotionally broken. I was living on autopilot. I get up, go to work, and I was miserable. I was miserable at home. I was miserable at work. I was miserable sitting in Houston traffic. I was completely worn out by life. And I was sitting at rock bottom. Climbing out of that dark place required one thing. I had to confront me. I had to take a hard look at my life and ask myself some very difficult questions. What am I thinking that has brought me here? What thoughts have I aligned with that no longer serve me? What thoughts got me in these situations? What am I thinking that has me in these situations that I don't want to be in? These questions were key to unlocking a new level of liberation for myself. I began to see the lack of love I had. There's no way I love myself and I'm allowing myself to be in this situation, to be treated like this, to be handled like this. There's no way I love myself. My mindset, what I was thinking, it had me in prison, in a relationship I did not even desire. I'm dealing with a relationship because I'm thinking, oh, I'm too old to start over, or I just don't want to start over. So I'm gonna deal with this. I'm going to a job that I hate every day because I feel like this is what I gotta do. I don't have a choice. This is all I know how to do. This is what I gotta do. I was exhausted. I was completely exhausted by life, by the American rat race I was in. But in me realizing and getting answers to these questions, I realized I had other options. I became aware of these other options. And today, because of that self-awareness, I'm building me a beautiful life in Ghana. I'm living in a healthy, balanced, reciprocal relationship. I'm aligned with my purpose. For many of us, that lack of self-awareness creates this glass ceiling. It creates this glass ceiling on our spiritual journey. But here's the good news. It's glass. And that means that it's breakable if you're willing to do the work. If you want to shatter the barriers between you and God, it starts with becoming aware of your emotions, your strengths, your weaknesses. Okay, let me give you some tools. Let me give you some practical tools you can use. Number one, stop and look at your life. Stop and look at your life. What is your life reflecting back to you? What is your life showing you? What is your life telling you that you've come into an agreement with? What situations have you come into an agreement with that you don't desire to be in? Start there. Journal. Write down your feelings. What are you feeling? What are your emotions? Give this stuff a voice. Look for the patterns when you journal. When I do this, this shows up. When I'm with this person, this person brings this out of me. Or look for patterns. You need to identify your strengths and your weaknesses. And identify how you can utilize your strengths to move your life forward. And your weakness, how can you approve or adapt to those? Listen, shadow work. You're going to have to do it. You're going to have to go into those repressed parts of yourself. You're going to have to ask yourself some questions. What parts of me am I ashamed of? What childhood experiences shape my behavior? What happened in my childhood that still affects me today? And when those memories surface, sit with them. Healing is a process, so don't allow yourself to go into judgment, okay? Give yourself some grace. Meditate, reflect on some stuff. Ask yourself in meditation, what barriers am I placing between myself and God? Visualize yourself breaking through those barriers. Forgiveness. You're going to need to forgive, whether it's yourself, your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your uncle, your aunt, whoever. Your neighbor, whoever, your teacher from kindergarten. Do the work. And you might need a counselor. Get you a therapist. Talk through this stuff. Get you a professional to help. Listen. Self-awareness isn't just about identifying your flaws. It's about embracing you in your entirety. It's about standing confidently in your truth and using your truth as a shield to navigate this world. As you become more aware of yourself, you'll deepen your connection with God and step fully into your divine purpose. So I challenge you, start small, journal, meditate, reflect, and watch how your self-awareness transforms your life. Listen, if this resonates with you, like this video, share it with someone who needs this message, and let's continue the conversation in the comments. Self-awareness is your truth, and your truth will set you free. My divine darlings, I love y'all.